So, not a lot of people know about this actually. Nabully ako sa work. Yeah, oh wow. It's the first time that I'm actually telling someone in public na ano, very toxic yung environment. So parang nafi-feel ko na sinasabotage na yung work ko.
Okay, magandang araw mga kabayan. Kasama po natin ngayon ang ating kaibigan na si Charis na tubong Cainta Rizal at matagal-tagal na rin siya dito sa Canada, plus more than 15 years, right, Charis?
Yeah.
Doon sa mga hindi nakakakilala sa'yo, Charis, if you can kindly introduce yourself.
Yes, hello. Thank you for having me, Fred. So, yeah, my name is Charisse. So, nandito akong Toronto. I've been here over 15 years and taga-Cainta ako. So, Rizal. Mga Rizalista dyan.
Shout out sa mga taga Rizalista,
Yes.
Rizal, taga
Oo.
Cainta, especially mga taga Cainta.
Yes, oo.
Yeah.
Although nami-miss ko yung mga kakanin, bibingka kasi it's not the
Yes.
same, 'di ba? Ano rin, yeah, so ko, ang background ko actually marami akong naging naging work and then more on psychology graduate ako sa Philippines. Pero hindi ko siya na-pursue. Ang goal ko talaga before is to put up my own school. And yun nga,
Nice.
nagkaroon ng napunta ako sa Canada. So may ibang plan pala si Lord. I also did medical field pero yeah, so in education and yeah, so pero ngayon I'm also doing finance. So medyo naiba yung line. Pero also helping people and teaching people how to become financially more comfortable and kumbaga rin, it's an advocacy that we're doing to help and empower more families out there. So yeah.
That's very nice. We'll touch on that again later on. Charis, what made you decide na pumunta sa Canada? Knowing na yung plans mo nga like to start a school of your own, and then ano yung meron bang instance or meron bang nangyari kung bakit it made you decide na let me try sa Canada?
Good question. Actually, I never really plan on moving abroad kasi actually kinain ko nga yung sinabi ko. Sabi ko, if okay ka naman sa Pilipinas, why would you move abroad? Pero siguro nga may ibang plan si Lord. I came here to visit with my relatives, lolo at lola. So shout out pa rin sa amang and inang ko actually gave me this opportunity. And then siguro merong way na um, in-encourage na ako uncle to try it out, 'di ba? So, kumbaga pagbalik ko kasi I came back after a few years, alam ko na what to expect. Like hindi na yung parang culture shock. Siguro at first, kasi definitely different from, living in the Philippines. Iba yung culture, iba yung upbringing dito, 'di ba? Everything's different. So, pagdating ko, medyo nakapag-adjust na ako kasi I know what to expect. And thankfully I have relatives here who help me. So I'm not on my own talaga. Tapos from there, yeah, kumbaga from there, that's where it all started talaga.
So nung dumating ka dito, nag-aral ka ba or nagtrabaho ka na agad? Ano yung experience mo dun?
'Di ba siyempre like, 'di ba, nag-tour mo na ganyan, tapos pagbalik, tulungan ako ng uncle ko. So thankfully, really appreciate what he did for me and his family. Nag-aral din ako sa Pilipinas, yan yung mga caregiver, ganyan. Tapos
Mhm.
dito, nag-take din ako ng course sa health records kasi nga instead na yung sa more on education, hindi ko siya talaga na-pursue.
Mhm.
Siyempre mahirap 'di ba 'pag nandito ka na on your own kahit na may relatives ka. So, meron pa ring community. That's why I met you guys 'di ba sa Catholic community and then from there pa rin, I'm still part of a community group here, yung Feast Scarborough. So, rin, it's a good support system kasi just having a good support system na surrounding yourself with positive and sharing the same beliefs as you, then you're able to make it kahit na anong challenges.
Totoo. A big part of us as Filipinos kasi na hanapin yung mga community natin dahil mahirap din talaga dito especially kung, medyo malamig na right, 'pag winter, gloomy, minsan madilim.
Yeah.
Find communities where they can help you, support system, sabi mo nga and especially kung bago ka dito sa Canada, itong support system na ito ang makakatulong sa'yo, finding jobs and not only that, yung times na parang naho-homesick ka, maganda na meron kang community to go out with, especially kung wala kang family dito, right? Now, nung so nag-aral ka, so after dun sa trabaho mo with your uncle, right, dun sa relatives mo, ano yung, second job basically na nakuha mo? Is it regarding dun sa
Mhm.
healthcare or ano yung trabaho na yun?
Yeah, actually ang dami ko naging work. So, parang I have a long list of jobs. So, nung una, nag-alaga rin ako ng ano, ng bata. Tapos nag-work ako sa Filipino restaurant kasi maraming connection si uncle ko. Tapos nag-work din ako ng factory for mga although maiksi lang siya, and then I eventually went into customer service. Ayun nga, the rest is history. So, parang kumbaga sa lahat ng trabaho, pili na lang siguro yung mga hindi ko nagawa. Sa dami.
Ano yung naging biggest challenge mo sa pagtatrabaho?
Siguro ano, not just physically, yung actually meron akong ano, nasa medical field na ako. Ito, not a lot of people know about this actually. Na-bully ako sa work. Yeah, oh wow. It's first time that I'm actually telling someone in public na ano, very toxic yung environment. So parang nafi-feel ko na sinasabotage na yung work ko. Ano siya, sa isang assessment center, sa isang um, parang clinic or yeah, so yung sinasabi na you're protecting your peace na it has to be like a healthy working environment. So to the point na it's not healthy anymore. So I told yung may-ari na I can't, you know, napabilis yung resignation ko nun. When someone um, backstab you or someone is like ano, parang sinasabotage niya yung work ko. And then ano naman, nakita nung may-ari na like I'm doing my job and more actually. So parang, you know, and it parang I feel like it's not gonna get me anywhere kasi yung working relationship niya with the manager, so parang siyempre like, you know, parang yung mga ganong instance na parang you also have to stand up for yourself, pero you also have to know when to step back na parang alam mo na it's not gonna benefit you or it's not gonna serve you anymore. I think that's what I could think of. Kasi nga like 'pag minsan din alam mo yung you know what you're worth and you know what you can, contribute na alam mo na if it's not helping you anymore, then you have to step back or if you need to fight or defend yourself. So yun yung what I can think of right now.
Maganda na, yung sinabi mo nga you have to protect your peace and your space and, para hindi ka mabaliw, maybe it's time to move on. So nung after nung nangyari ito, you decided to step back and nag-resign ka na agad and humanap ng ibang trabaho?
Oo. So kasi nun, I'm thinking of leaving the job kasi alam mo yung parang you're doing the job and parang like kasi ano siya, eh, for some reason I think she has ano, some issues with herself na pino-project niya sa'yo na parang nate-threaten siya that I might take her place, parang
Hmm.
gano'n. So, and then she's asking me more than what I can do. Like kumbaga yung even yung trabaho niya pinapasa na niya sa'kin. It pays pretty good, like, you know, like relax lang yung trabaho kasi ano naman siya, eh, we're just sending assessment, like sa mga patients, ganyan. Pero yun lang, ano, kung talaga it's not gonna help you, you know, grow professionally and personally, yun yung parang kailangan mo na rin na umalis kasi alam ko na it's not gonna go anywhere. So, parang napabilis yung resignation ko. So, parang instead of 2 weeks notice, naging immediately I have to quit, parang gano'n. Hindi na ako pumasok the next day, parang gano'n yung nangyari.
Nung umalis ka dun sa trabaho na yun, nahirapan ka bang humanap ng ibang trabaho or hindi naman?
Ano, actually yung time na yun parang gusto ko muna mag-relax. Kasi parang magpapasko yun ta's biglang thankfully, nakahanap ako naman ng work. So, 'di ba, sabi nga, when God closes uh, another door, like another window will be open for you. So parang meron pa ring opportunity to do something else. Yun naman, thankfully, like ano naman, nakahanap agad ako ng trabaho at that time.
So dun sa mga kababayan natin na nakaka-experience or maka-experience ng ganitong, challenges, what would you suggest na na gawin nila? Yung kumprontahin ba or, iwasan na lang, right? So how would you advise someone na bago dito sa Canada going through this or para someone na who's planning to come here, mapaghandaan nila yung ganitong mga sitwasyon?
You have to know your rights, 'di ba? You have to defend yourself and, speak the truth. Kasi minsan ang Pinoy kasi hanggang kayang tiisin, 'di ba? Titiisin natin without telling kung what's really going on. And also consult with someone na kung kumbaga kasi depende rin sa situation. Kasi let's say employer mo yon na you need to stay para for papers, yan, ma-process, yeah. Pero at least get like legal help or get someone na you can trust and who can help you talaga. Kung halimbawang alam mo na you're not gonna win or it will just be a parang ongoing battle. So then you would need to leave if it's not gonna serve you anymore. At the end of the day, you also have to listen to yourself and yun, to pray for guidance, 'di ba?
Importante pa rin na you seek out yung assistance. Meron naman tayong mga, consul dito na could
Yeah.
provide assistance and also importante din talaga yung mayroon kang community na pwedeng mag-assist sa'yo na yung mga tao na eksperyensado na dito who might have gone through the same situation kasi like you said iba-ibang cases, then absolutely you have to fight for your right. Kasi tayo mga Filipino sometimes yun yung kulang sa atin, we have to be assertive sometimes dun
Yes.
sa ganitong mga pangyayari and, 'wag lang basta-basta, you know, i-take in lahat ng mga insults or yung mga gano'n na sa situation. So, kailangan mong, find out yung assistance from others. You mentioned na from healthcare, you're also doing something else now. Dito kasi sa Canada, there's so many opportunities na pwede mo ring gawin besides dun sa trabaho mo. Kung hindi especially kung hindi ka na happy or kung may
Yes.
nangyari nga na gano'n, na-bully ka or something, you
Yeah.
have that opportunity other jobs, right? Kuwento mo nga sis, ano pa yung, paano ka nag-transition dun sa opportunity na ginagawa mo ngayon?
Ano siya, the reason why I actually got into it was, I want to help myself first na alam mo yung kasi nga 'di ba, we're not taught about finance while we're in school. Even ngayon,
Mhm.
I have someone like yung dito sa Canada, only basic stuff are being taught about finance. So work, spend your money, and then what's next, 'di ba? So yun yung unang reason. And also I want to have my own business. I have to have my own time. At the same time, you're helping people, 'di ba? Yung finding significance in what you do. So although before I was licensed na for a long time, pero I've never been that vocal. Like even people or friends that I know, they didn't know that I was doing this. So naging advocacy ko na siya na parang you help people, you teach them how to manage their money, to build their financial house na at the same time to have a legacy for their family. So yun yung naging ano ko na parang, you can do it even if you don't have any background as long as you're willing to learn and nandun yung goal mo to do something for someone na it can benefit and help them in the long run. So, ano ba ito sabi ko actually I'm also teaching people kasi you also help them, educate them, so as well as apply what they have learned kasi if yung knowledge, if you're not applying naman or doing it in your own life, it
Mhm.
won't really mean anything din, 'di ba?
So, as a financial advisor sis, what would you advise dun sa mga new Filipino immigrants, new Filipino Canadians who, siyempre gusto natin minsan na, um, lalo dito nag-i-snow, right? Minsan mainit, minsan, there's a season, 4 seasons, right? Malamig and ang hirap mag-bus. So minsan gusto nilang bumili ng sasakyan and then also bumili ng bahay. So as a new Filipino immigrant dito sa Canada, what advice would you give them?
Yeah. So I would advise them to look for someone they trust, na someone who has their best interest. Kasi at the end of the day, sino ba nagde-decide para sa sarili natin, diba? So as long as you reach out to the person you think na can help you, definitely it will be good to guide you, like what we do kasi more on holistic financial planning. So we sit down with the client. So at least more on educate them what they need to do, ano yung gap na kailangan nilang i-address to get to their goal. At the same time, also to to save and pay yourself first. Kasi minsan, we always look at yung instant gratification na parang, oh, I need this or, di ba? Kasi ano rin ako naging ganun ako. Very, kumbaga, kahit na hindi mo siya kaya, you end up spending more than what you make, diba? And you look at your budget if you can afford it. And then if you have the means, then you can buy or spend on something as long as na ano mo siya, it's within your means and ano pa rin, without sacrificing pa rin your lifestyle. Na meron ka pa rin na save at the end of the day. Yeah.
Dito, you have access to credit and then eventually hindi mo nare-realize na, ang dami mo ng loans and
Yeah.
nahihirapan ka na ding magbayad. So it's good. It's a good advice para dun sa mga new Canadians, new Filipino immigrants dito sa Canada. Did you access yung mga community centers before to get resources para dun sa um, pag-aaral, yung mga bursaries, mga grants, or
No, hindi naman. We end up paying so much in school, yung education, pero we end up like not doing what we plan to do. So thankfully with what I'm doing, hindi you don't have to spend so much on, your education. It's also a way of kasi nga it's your own business. So parang marami pa ring benefits as opposed to being an employee. Hindi naman gano'n kabigat yung investment in terms of, licensing or getting my foot, in that field. So although nung nag-ano ako nung I took like a health record, I was doing it part-time. Hats off sa mga students, even international students who are here. Kasi it's not an easy job to work full-time and study at the same time. So super hirap no at the time. So yeah.
now we've been here, you and me have been here for longer than a decade. Ako 2 decades na ako mahigit
Oo.
dito. Ano yung difference nung unang dumating ka dito, in terms of living standard, right? Versus sa ngayon and ano yung maipapayo mo dun sa mga new Canadian immigrants in terms of that?
Yung sinasabi nila na is always better before than today. Yeah, kasi although parang I feel like it's a global issue kasi nga iba yung cost of living, 'di ba? Yung ngayon people know about inflation, dati it's parang unheard of. Especially mas competitive I think yung job market and also yung security. Parang I feel like there's more need in what we do. I don't know, shameless plug. Kasi a lot of people are struggling, di ba? So, unfortunately, it's a sad reality when we retire, di ba? If we didn't plan for anything, we still end up still working. Hindi siya madali. Like it looks, ano nga sabi nung isang teammate namin, it's not rainbows and sunshine. So I always think na living abroad is really greener pastures, pero you also endure a lot of difficulties. So maraming challenges. Ayun sinasabi mo bro na sa Pilipinas madali yung kasi dito marami tayong expenses we have to deal with, 'di ba? So not katulad sa Pinas na you have family or even you can, afford not to have a job. Dito parang hindi pwede kasi marami kang bills. So kumbaga ano pa rin, reality check na wala naman din madali, 'di ba? Lahat paghihirapan mo. So as long as you're open, you're willing to learn, and you you know you you can make mistakes, but it's also learning from it and moving forward. I think yun yung what I can advise mga bagong Canadians or people who are looking into moving here.
Yeah, mas ano na ngayon, mas tama ka dun, mas competitive unlike before kasi may mga mas madaling makahanap agad ng trabaho dahil na may mga working students, right? May mga students na dumarating dito and may mga employers talaga na they take that opportunity na i-hire yung mga international students kasi nasa news na they sometimes they pay them less.
Oo, totoo yun. Even AI, 'di ba? A lot of people are losing their jobs or ina-outsource niya sa ibang bansa. So kumbaga, it's not the same yung it's always evolving. So if you're not keeping up with the changes and you're not adjusting to it, maiiwan ka din, 'di ba?
Yeah, that's a good advice. Yun, especially dun sa AI part kasi even us dun sa trabaho namin, sa trabaho ko, we use AI to amplify, kumbaga. We use it as a helper. I mean, it makes our lives easier. Is kunwari sa sales or sa marketing, right? We if
Yes.
we put up a flyer or something na idea,
Mhm.
so you use that as yung AI to help you craft yung marketing mo.
Yes.
So yun yung maganda. And dun syempre stressful like yung buhay natin dito, right? Ang daming sabi mo nga, maraming bills na kailangang bayaran, so nagwo-work ka and you meron kang work and then at the same time meron kang work as a financial advisor. What or ano yung mga ginagawa mo para mag-unwind or mag-relax?
Dati talaga sobra akong gala. So, like, kailangan every weekend meron akong ganap. So, ngayon parang I think when you get older, parang you kinda tone down a bit, trying to kinda budget din. You live what you preach din. So, kumbaga pero I still, like, find time to minsan kasi I like also traveling or going to new places. Eh, kayo nakikita ko lagi like you're always, on the go. Parang more on experiences na ako ngayon. Dati more on yung mga material things like buying, shopping. Pero ngayon I cherish having experiences, like, spending time with my family back home if I can. I'm also foodie, so I like trying out, new restaurants. Yeah, so mga ano lang, little stuff, yung mga, minsan doon ng mga telenovela and also at the same time finding joy in simple things na lang. So parang nagiging ano na lang, yung mga maliliit na bagay. Even going for a walk, o 'di ba? Sa Pinas parang hindi ka makapaglakad ng dahil sa traffic, pero dito na-enjoy mo yung nature and also spending time with, people you love and care about. So, yeah.
Like you said, as we get older, you tend to cherish more yung experience, yung time with family, not na yung material things, right? Now, kung may makakausap ka na new Filipino immigrants, ano yung may suggest mo na puntahan nila besides dun sa Niagara Falls, yung mga usual stuff, CN Tower? Meron ka bang
Oo.
special place dito sa Toronto or even sa buong Canada na you think it would be a great experience for them na mapuntahan yun?
Like, I like Tobermory. Even yung Limington, medyo malayo lang siya yung Pili Park and maganda yung air. Like, yeah, that's like one of the mo some places that I could recommend. Kasi minsan, yeah, Niagara, syempre, ano pa rin, it's still one of the popular destinations. Even, it's funny kasi yung mga museums, you can get, you know, access to it for free or even going to the park. So, yeah, kahit mag-picnic kayo, yung mga ganon. Actually, I love going to Montreal. Yan kasi, di ba, like, yeah, yung mga, like, if you can, then support local kasi travel within the province, ayan. Pero marami pa rin akong provinces na hindi na-explore kasi parang feeling mo, you can always go there anytime. And before yung parang mas gusto kong lagi pupuntang US, ganyan. Pero ngayon parang mas na-appreciate mo na yung what Canada has to offer.
Do you go to Filipino restaurants or ano yung favorite place mo to go to? Para at least kung
Mhm.
may mga Filipino immigrants na nakikinig or nanonood, someone you or a restaurant you can recommend na talagang nasiyahan ka dun sa pagkain nila, ganyan.
Baka may magalit sa'kin, ang dami ano naman, yung
Hindi naman
marami
siguro.
suportahan kasi nga gusto ko mag-support ng mga small business owners. So, minsan yung mga like Sylvanas, kasi madami siya. Yung iba, I still need to ano, to check them out, 'di ba? Like sa 'di ba, sa Bathurst and Wilson area marami diyan. Even Scarborough, yan, North York. So, ang dami kasi kaya ayoko mag-ano ng names baka may makalimutan ako magalit sa akin. Kilala mo yun, yung sister-in-law mo, meron din siyang restaurant.
Ah, yeah,
I
yeah, yeah.
always
Ed's
go to her
Barbecue. Shout out
barbecue.
to Ed's Barbecue.
Oo, kasi nga baka may makapanood na hindi ko ma-shoutout baka magalit, magtampo sa'kin.
Okay, playing safe ka, playing safe. That's understandable. Now, Charisse, looking back, kung makakausap mo yung bagong dating na Charis or nagpaplanong pumunta dito na, you know what, mag-settle ako sa Canada. It looks like a very promising country, promising place where I can grow and thrive as an individual in terms of personal and also sa career. Ano yung sasabihin mo sa kanya?
I wouldn't have it any other way kasi that is what I became, 'di ba? So parang ano siguro, more on ano pa rin, believing in yourself na you can do it. Kasi minsan we tend to second guess ourselves or kaya ko ba 'to? Yung mga gano'n. Having, the right people that you associate with, you surround yourself with kasi sila yung mag-i-influence sa'yo. So syempre meron ka mga kalokohan or mga ginawa na hindi mo you're not proud of. Pero at the end of the day, it's who you become, 'di ba? So, and what you can can be, 'di ba, in the future. So, yun yung always you look forward to that better person. Kasi I always believe na we're always a work in progress. So, yeah.
That's true, that's true. Yeah, we're always a work in progress and ang maganda lang talaga sa atin din as Filipinos, we are, marami tayong qualities na hinahanap din or gusto ng mga employers, right? Na, we're hardworking, we're also do the extra mile, right? Ano yung advice mo dun sa mga Filipino na nag-iisip na mag-migrate dito? Um, you know, ano yung maipapayo mo sa kanila?
You also have to do research kasi minsan, 'di ba, yung like nakikita natin sa social media masyadong like highlight lang yun, pero you don't see what's the real work. Ano yung mga challenges that you can encounter kasi otherwise maku-culture shock ka, 'di ba? Ask around like mga experiences nila and also as long as ano naman, syempre you have to prepare yourself not just financially, but emotionally, psychologically kasi ano pa rin eh kahit saan naman maraming mga challenges, maraming you start somewhere. As long as you're willing to learn and kumbaga lahat naman ng problema may solusyon. And also having have faith in God kasi ano pa rin eh, yun and also believe in your core, 'di ba? Kung ano yung values mo kasi when you move somewhere, iba rin yung ano nila, upbringing, iba yung culture. So pero as long as you stick to what you believe in your values, it will help you navigate with the challenges that can come your way.
How has religion, tayong mga, I mean, majority ng mga Filipinos na na-meet ko, nakakilala ko, yung faith natin plays a big part sa pagkatao natin. Sa iyo ba, did it also play a big part dun sa buhay mo dito sa Canada?
Having a personal relationship with the Lord. Siguro mas tumibay siya kasi minsan, 'pag sinasabi sa atin ng magulang natin, "O magdasal ka lagi," ganyan. Minsan nakakalimutan mo. Parang it's a good reminder pa rin na kasi minsan yung problema, it can get to you na puwede kang maapektuhan. It plays a very important role sa, kung paano natin i-handle yung buhay. Kasi meron ka pa rin something bigger than yourself na may panghahawakan ka na kahit ano pang pagdaanan mo, kumbaga siya siyang kumbaga parang God's grace pa rin and His mercy will help help you through, 'di ba?
All right, all right. Very, very well said. And dun sa experience mo, right? Nag-transition ka or naging financial advisor ka. What would you suggest dun sa mga Filipino Canadians or Filipino immigrants na nagpaplano na, matagal na sila dun sa trabaho nila pero they're parang merong itch, kumbaga na parang I wanna try this, right? Or what would you suggest dun sa mga ganong situation sa mga kapwa nating Filipino?
Minsan sabihin natin, only when I'm ready, then I'll start. So kumbaga if you feel na you want to do something different, even any field, kung ano yung gusto mong gawin, do it now. Kasi time is not in our hands and life is short. Don't take, second thoughts. Kasi minsan, yung wish you have done this, di ba? So as long as you're open and you're willing to learn and you want to do something bigger than yourself, di ba? So kumbaga, kahit anong field siya, it's just taking the plunge na kasi you're never gonna be ready na. Wag na tayong magdalawang isip. I mean, minsan, syempre, it's also good to take a risk. And what do you have to lose? Kung kaysa mag-regret ka na, I wish I've done it. Kung may time pa or if you're able to. So,
I learned so much from sa'yo na hindi ko alam before. And
thank you.
last advice dun sa mga kapwa nating Pilipino na nandito sa Canada or nagpaplano pumunta sa Canada?
Follow your heart. Kumbaga, um, it's also taking risks, 'di ba? So kumbaga, it's always getting uncomfortable. So as long as you're willing to do the work and meron kang gusto ma-achieve sa buhay, anything can happen naman. So you just have to, you know, just get started, ask for advice, 'di ba? Never be afraid to ask for help. Kasi dati ako yung parang masyadong independent, 'di ba? Pero you also still need, guidance. You still need mentorship or assistance from people, and
Mhm.
never doubt yourself, 'di ba? Na you can do anything.
Any regrets or have you ever questioned yourself na did I made the right decision to come here to Canada?
Ano, siguro before parang may isip ka na parang tama bang nandito ako? Like everything happens for a reason and kumbaga kung nasaan ka ngayon, ano 'yun, kumbaga parang will ni Lord. I always say na what you have right now is what you have prayed for. May purpose siya kung nasaan ka ngayon. And ibibigay na ng Diyos kung ano yung desire ng puso mo. So, kaya kung halimbawa minsan, nagrereklamo tayo, yung mga lahat ng meron ka ngayon, pinagdasal mo yon. Kasi minsan we forget to be grateful eh. Parang lagi natin inisip, ano ba yung at the other side of the road or ano, yung parang meron kang laging, parang mas maganda do'n. Pero always think na, yun, ano pa rin, kung ano yung meron ka ngayon, pinagdasal mo yun or pinangarap mo yun. So parang kumbaga, it's a good reality check na parang, okay, ito yung gusto mo eh, tapos ngayon nagrereklamo ka. Parang gano'n.
Ang galing, ang galing. Tama naman, tama siya. Right? Yung sa sinabi mo, it reminds me of that uh, quote na sinabi nga nila na bloom where you are planted, right?
Yes.
Parang ito yung decision mo, you can always look at the other side na, oh, parang mas maganda, greener pasture doon. Pero right then and all along, nandun lang din kung nasan ka yung hinahanap mo,
Yeah,
right?
definitely. And then that will make you happy, 'di ba? Yeah. And then kung kumbaga merong kang gustong i-achieve pa, bonus na 'yon. So, it's always also being grateful and thankful with what you have.
Maraming maraming salamat Sis Cherry sa time mo at sa nakapagkwentuhan tayo dito ngayon sa naging life journey mo dito sa Canada. And I'm sure marami tayong mga kababayan ang makaka-relate and also will learn dun sa mga napagdaanan mo na experience dito sa Canada. Again, thank you so much sis, and I'll put on my show notes yung information mo for those who are interested and or maybe will ask you some questions. sa mga kapwa natin Pilipino na gustong or nagnanais na mapunta dun sa kind of trabaho na gusto mo.
Yes, thank you, bro, for having me. I had a great time. Galing. Keep up doing, keep doing what you're doing and nakaka-inspire ka ng maraming Filipinos all over. Hope to see you guys soon. Okay,
Okay.
take care. Bye-bye.